Hi guys, I'm back. I have some simple PRV tips for you. Some simple tips for getting people to join your team. So come on in, come on in. This is something that I started so many years ago. And I had to come up with something simple, something that was not going to cost as much, something that's going to really get people attention. And I'm going to show you guys what it is. And I've been talking about it for quite some time, and I just ran into a situation just the other day when I ran out. So, the simple thing is having a business card. A business card in this little plastic bag. This is like I think it's like a 3x4. You can get these from Amazon or you can get them from Walmart. And you can actually put your business card in there. Most of you guys who work events with me, you've seen these in person. You see how I work with these. And you take a little piece of wax and put it in there. Just a very small piece of wax. Not a lot. Not enough to warm. Just a little bit for them to smell. And you're going to need one of these. This is a wavy knife. You can actually order this from Amazon. I got like a 2-pack. You're going to also need some wax. So I got this from the Scentsy Club. I like to use the brick because I get so much more. So you can totally subscribe to the Scentsy Club to get you a brick. So I like to use the brick, or or use what you got. You can, my favorite scent to use for this is blueberry cheesecake. So you can use the bars also if you don't have the brick. So you need a plastic bag. You need to order some business cards. You can go to the Scentsy store and order your business cards. That's where I order mine. And I always like to get the starter kit on the back of mine. Okay, so let me tell you how I make this work. So when I make these, I make huge bags of them. See how much is in here? This is a huge amount of samples. And let me tell you what I did. So easy to do it even when you're busy. I was sitting down yesterday watching the Super Bowl. While I was sitting there watching the Super Bowl, I pulled the table up, a plastic bag, and I just start chopping away. I'm chopping away while I'm watching the game. So I do all the chopping. Then I hand them to my brother. I put them in a big bag, and he stuffed them. So he stuffed them today. I don't know how many. I don't know how long it took him. And guys, I don't even know how many that is. I really don't know. I think it may be 2, 4, 6. It may be about 700. I don't know. It may be 700 or 800. I'm just guessing because we went through, I think each box of the business cards like 250. We went through like 3 boxes. It may be 700 or 800 of those bad boys. I don't know. But I know I have to keep a lot of them because I don't want to run into the problem that I ran into this last week where I ran out. And see, during the time that I wasn't working events, I didn't think much about that. I still had some left over. But now that I'm back to working events, I run through those already. So let me tell you how I use these. Now, there are various ways that I use it. So I keep these with me at all times in my bag or in my purse when I travel. This right here is like my employee. This is really my employee. It does the work for me. It's actually a conversation piece. Because as I'm talking to people, I hand this to them, and while they're holding it and looking at it and trying to figure out what it is, it gives me a chance to talk to them. For example, when I'm in the grocery store, I always like to get in the longest line so I can have some conversations with people. I always strike a conversation. I make it be authentic. I strike a conversation with somebody in the line, and as I'm talking to them, like, oh my goodness, I'm in here. I came in here just so I can pick up a few things, but I want to run home and take care of changing my wax at home. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm just kind of throwing some conversation out there with you guys. So as I'm talking and having this conversation with this person, I'll say, oh, by the way, have you heard of Scentsy? Do you like fragrances? So whatever way you want to open that up to talk to them. I would love to share something with you. Here it is right here. This is a little piece of wax. This is blueberry cheesecake. It's like one of my #1 sellers. I want to share this with you so you can have a chance to smell that. What do you think about it? Because I'm actually asking people what they think about this. So what do you think about this? And you can also, when you get inside your car, You can open it up a little bit like that, and the fragrance is going to release in your car. How about that? It's going to make your car smell good. Yeah. So I just want to share that with you so you can totally see how you can use this. And it's got my information on the back side of it. So I just want you to see what Scentsy is all about. Okay, that's when you're meeting somebody at the grocery store. But let's say that you're at the doctor's office or wherever you are. Strike a conversation with somebody. Have this handy at all times so you can give it to somebody. They don't mind taking it, guys. Guess what? Because it's got that little wax in there. It's going to make their purse smell good. It's going to make their car smell good. Now, if you have a plain business card, guess what's going to happen to that business card? It's going in the garbage. Yeah, it's going in the garbage because it doesn't have a scent to it. But see, with this, it has a scent to it. This has a fragrance in it. So they hold on to it. And as they're holding on to it, they're going to call you. You wouldn't believe how many people join my team because of this. You wouldn't believe how many people buy from me because of this. This is when I'm out and about, all right? When I travel, when I'm on the airplane, when I'm at the ticket counter, and they're processing my ticket to travel, they're going to get one of these. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Scentsy? This is what I have here. Do you love fragrances? I love to share this with you. Yes, I've actually gotten orders right there at the ticket counter, getting ready to go on the airplane. Now, take it to the airplane. Take it on the plane. You can take these with you on the plane. So I've actually gotten flight attendants to order from me on the airplane because while I'm on the plane, guess what I'm doing? I'm handing out my samples. I am handing out my samples. So I've actually gotten orders from flight attendants. Not just the flight attendants, but I've actually gotten orders from passengers on the plane. Okay, I've gotten orders from passengers on the plane sitting next to me. Because as I pull these out, I love to share something with you. This is my little sample. I want to share this with you. I want you to tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about it. So when you ask people to give you feedback, they will receive it. And they got that to hold on to. Because it's going to make their bag smell good. So let me tell you how to use this at events. Okay? So when I'm at events and people are walking by my table, as they're walking by, I'll say, how you doing today? Are you familiar with Scentsy? I have a sample. I would love to share this with you. So as they're standing there looking at it, it gives me a chance to talk to them about what they're holding in their hand. Otherwise, they just keep moving. And if I were asking them about, are you familiar with Scentsy? They don't have anything to look at. They may just keep it moving. But this will slow them down. This slows them down every time because it makes them look at it. They're smelling it and they're looking around like, oh, that smells good. What is that? It has, what it does, it prompts them to ask me questions like, oh, what is that? Oh, okay. I like that. Tell me more. So I've actually gotten so many people to slow down as I'm talking to them. So when you're out and about, or if you're working at an event, don't just give it to them and let them keep it moving. No, explain to them what that is. Don't let them go. Like, let me tell you more about Scentsy. As they're looking at it, let me tell you more about that. So many people have slowed down when I hand this to them. They come into the area and they make a purchase. Sometimes they join when they see the flip side of this. What an economical way to get people attention. Okay, let's say that they don't stop right then and you handing this out and they're on the go and they're moving. And they say, okay, we'll be back. Sometimes they come back, guys. I've actually had people to walk around at events and say, I had to come back because this smell was everything in my bag. I just had to come back and make a purchase. I've actually even had people to say, you know what, I didn't have time to come back to your booth while you were there, but I want to make a purchase now. Or sometimes they'll just make a random order. I look up where they come from, and I'll text them just to say thank you, and they'll say, you know what, I still have your card. It's got that little sample in it of wax. And I say, okay, this blueberry cheesecake. I always use the same fragrance. for one, I want to make sure that I remember what it is. And it is one that people love. People love food type of sense. So I know I keep it simple. So when you're doing these things, you want to keep it simple. Simplicity is everything. It's cost effective. It's a small amount. And it's something that I can totally remember. So make sure that when you're doing this, you keep it simple as you can possibly keep it, okay? So anyway, guys, just wanted to share that with you. Make these little samples. Be prepared to hand these out when you go out. No matter where you go. To the doctor's office, to the schools, to the store, wherever. So be prepared, guys. Love you. Bye.